Chargepoint is up about 40% over the last 2, 4, 6, 8 trading days. How long can this go on for? What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor, and today we're going to be taking a look at Chargepoint from a technical analysis, and there are 2 or 3 very interesting things happening, and I want to let you guys know what I believe is going to happen on this chart right in front of us over the coming days and over the coming weeks. The most likely scenario I see playing out. Now, there hasn't really been any news for Chargepoint in particular the last few days that I haven't already covered on the channel, such as the 900 million EV infrastructure that Joe Biden was speaking about yesterday, such as, everything that came from the IRA, such as their most recent earnings report. All of the actual news has been covered on this channel already. And, when we were right around here, right around the $14 mark, technicals were looking good. And I was saying, for the first time in a long time, I think we're going to see a really nice upward move. And we actually got one. And I didn't even think it was going to happen this quickly and this, heavily. I didn't think we were going to see 40-ish% in the span of a couple of weeks. But here we are. And now, guys, if there's one thing I've learned about stocks as being an investor in 2020 through 2022, it is that these things can never last forever, okay? Now, this is not me saying to sell. I haven't sold a single one of my shares, and I don't plan on selling a single one of my shares. But it is me coming out with an update. I want to do my best to inform you guys on what the technicals are saying and where we can expect this price to go. And again, there are a couple of very interesting things happening here. So really quickly, guys, could I please ask you to hit that juicy like button if you would like more videos in this style where we really do go through the charts and details, we go through the technicals, and I try to give you guys a couple of trade ideas. Drop me a comment down below, let me know what you're doing with your Chargepoint position, and please, my friends, subscribe if you're new around here and you want all of the most up-to-date juicy EV news. So with that being said, let's just say we go back to this here. So our first of 8 green trading days in a row. And if you bought in at about 14.30 and you follow up to where we are right now, it is up about 38.5% in 8 trading days. That is insane. Now today, some very interesting things happened, okay? We filled in a gap that was created here on the 5th, 6th of April kind of time, and we barely filled it in. If I bring you down to a smaller time frame, let's say the 5-minute time frame, you will see that it hasn't all just been up. We had this huge 6-ish% move at open. There's been some ups and downs. Here, we'll see that in the span of 10 minutes, there was actually this near 4% drop. And since then, it has started going all the way back up. So there has been a lot of buying and selling pressure today. If you look at it on the daily chart, obviously it looks very good. If we bring it even to the hourly chart, you can see quite large ranges for these candles, considerably larger than our average days over the past little while here. So that's the first thing to point out. That gap was filled in, and I honestly expected as soon as that happened that we were going to see a little bit of a pullback. And to be fair, we did. Again, if I do bring you down to those smaller time ranges, it gets filled in. It went up a little bit higher, and that's when that initial pullback happened. Even here, in the span of 10-15 minutes, you could have made a nice few percent. So that trade would have actually panned out. I didn't play it personally because I didn't have the most confidence in it, but it was one thing to keep an eye on. So that's done. We don't need to think about this gap ever again. What is next, okay? There's 2 things. For one, a golden cross setup is happening. So this green line here is our 50-day moving average. This is our 200-day moving average. What is a golden cross? The golden cross occurs when a short-term moving average crosses over a major long-term moving average to the upside, and is interpreted by analysts and traders as signaling a definitive upward turn in a market. Basically, the short-term average trends up faster than the long-term average until they cross. So the golden cross is just something that, traders, particularly day traders or swing traders even, will use as a means of one of their, signs to go long on a stock. The death cross is the opposite. It's when the green would be higher and then the red takes over. And a lot of people trade the golden cross, and it has a much better win record than an awful lot of other strategies out there. But in my opinion, you should never go into a trade based off of only one technical. So you should never go into a trade just because the RSI shows that a stock is overbought or oversold, or just because there is a golden cross, or just because you've bounced off of your support for the second time, or just because of a cup and handle. You should be looking for quite a few different things to have high confidence in any of your trades. So one thing that just happened again, we fill in that gap, okay? This golden cross could happen relatively soon. And the next thing that could happen is this cup and handle pattern we're seeing forming. And I'm not speaking about this one. This one is too short of a time period in my opinion. I'm speaking about this one, going back to the 5th of April, right around here, somewhere in the realms of $20 to $20.50 a share. That will be our cup, okay? All that needs to happen is another few percent of an upward move. Then we can get some sort of downward movement. We'll get our handle. Maybe that handle is going to come back down gradually to 17s, 18s, maybe even a little bit lower than that. And then we can start looking for our entry. So if you guys want to know how you play a cup and handle, generally it's like this. It's just literally, that's why they call it a cup and handle. Again, I'm going to show you guys. This would be the cup. Again, it doesn't have to look like a completely clean semicircle, but that would be the cup. And then the handle would be created over a number of days. And what you do is you look for a trading range, and once you break out above that range, that's when you enter long to the upside. So essentially, what we could see happen here, okay, is a golden cross form. So the 50-day moving average is going to cross the 200-day moving average. We could see the cup form today, and then over the next week, 2 weeks, whatever it is, we could see, it could even just be a few days. It could be something very small. We could see that handle appear, and that could give us a very, very good signal to go long on this stock. Now again, I am very conservative for what I have to say about Chargepoint right now, because it is not normal to go up 40% in 8 days. I want to stress that. That is not a normal thing. But they are looking extraordinarily strong from that technical point of view. Now with that being said as well, you know, we are going to get to overbought levels relatively soon. As long as it happens by the time this cup is filled and we can create that healthy price action back down, that's when we're going to get that long. You may have seen a video I made recently speaking about the fact that one person thinks we could hit $26 in the relatively near future as well. I think that this cup and handle could be the start of that happening. What I would say is if you were in this for the short term, okay, I would highly recommend taking some of your profits. You see how volatile this is. We see a 40% downward move and a 40% upward move on the charts. There's going to be a lot of times to trade this. You know, if you're up 30-40%, there is no harm on taking a little bit of risk off of the table and just waiting to re-enter, especially if the play that I'm looking for does happen. And if the play I'm looking for does happen, again, if I get to enter back in around 1750 for a short-term trade off the back of a cup and handle, that would be my best case scenario. And I will do so, and I'll do it with confidence. And, you know, I would rather take very few high confidence trades as opposed to just trying to trade every single day for the sake of it. This is one I have been watching constantly day in, day out, and I'm getting more and more confident with being able to predict how it moves. But that is what the technicals are saying. Now again, that RSI is approaching overbought, so we can expect a pullback soon. But as long as it can just fill in the cup, then it's fine. The pullback is actually what we want for the next leg up. In regards to actual news, again guys, nothing insane. Obviously, the news as of late has been absolutely fantastic, but Chargepoint is just destroying the EV game, baby. But anyway, my friends, I just wanted to make this video for you guys because I'm sure a lot of people are going to be wondering, why is Chargepoint up, 9.4% again today after the last few days especially. So hopefully this answers for you, and hopefully, gives you an idea of what could happen next. But anyway, my friend, if you have watched this video all the way till the end, you are a true legend, and I really do appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Your support means the world to me. If you enjoyed the video, perhaps took some value, some insight, and you want more videos like this, please hit that like button for the algorithm, drop me a comment down below, and subscribe if you're new around here. It all helps me out so much. Anyway, guys, I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day. I'll see you in another video very soon. Peace.